Good afternoon, everyone. Let's jump right into Collectively Rewilding. Okay, here we are. There's been some new activity, probably just the messages for class today. Not too much happening. It's cold still outside, so everybody's in a little bit of a hibernating period, I think. And I just have to keep going. Too much to go for every day to have a hibernation period, and I love it that way anyway. So I'm certainly not complaining. But tonight I will go to another of the Tooele City planning meetings. I won't probably be introducing any thoughts about the park or the other things that I think about in regards to Tooele as a town quite yet. My business mentor, Jess Clifford, is going to get a referral from him to Darwin Cook, who is in the Parks and Recreation Department. And I've been told multiple times that's where I really need to concentrate my efforts as it comes to this strip park. However, I still just want to get out there and start being known, get my name into people's heads and hand out my business card and just become someone that people are accustomed to seeing around. So I will go ahead and go to the meeting tonight. There is another meeting, I do believe today, but it comes in the earlier part of the day. Let me just pull up my calendar here. Yes, so there's both the Tooele City Planning Commission and the Tooele City Council meeting at the same time on the first and third Wednesdays of the month. So I have to pick which one I'm going to go to. I'll probably go ahead and just go to the City Planning Commission for several times rather than trying to bounce around, get myself well known by the people that handle the city planning. Then I can approach the city council. There are also monthly or biweekly county meetings. And so I'd like to get into all of them, get my face, my name, my business known by all three of those groups, as well as working with Parks and Recreation. And that's how you just start becoming, if not a force, a known entity in a town or a city. Those are some great ways to jump in and do it. And of course, if that's not the area you're interested in, there are a ton of other things that you can do that are comparable for other areas of your region. And so there's a few of us here today. Doesn't really look like probably anybody's going to be wanting to move forward unless you're wanting to push forward, Tammy.
Oh no, not yet.
So where are you at with your salt cedar situation?
I I'm still the same place where I was before. I
Kind of
haven't done,
concentrating on other projects right now.
yeah, just focusing on my finishing up my master gardening program. And
And your food preservation, right? Because you've got to do your volunteer hours there. So that's taking
yeah,
up a
I
lot of
start
time
that.
too.
Yeah, I start that in I think it's the 16th of January.
Nice.
Yeah.
And are you excited or trepidatious or?
Oh, I'm excited for the master of food preserving for sure because I get to go in the Zooms and
Mhm.
get to do that kind of stuff. So I'm
Will
pretty
you be
excited.
hosting any of them or will you be more of like a support network?
I'm just
Or
going to like either do breakout rooms or be a mentor or something when you go in the breakout rooms or um when I do I can do like teach online if I wanted to, but I don't like it's called Ask the Master or Food Preserver where you can go live like in a Zoom like nationwide anybody can go in there. And I don't feel comfortable because I don't know my stuff yet like that, but yes, I can if I wanted to. Yeah, but nervous,
so
but
maybe
not
attend
right
a few
now.
first and see how they go and see what everybody's talking about and asking questions about before you push to
Yeah,
the
it's
next
just like
level.
you from Utah can go into that Zoom, you know what I'm saying? So any type of question, I'm not quite ready to dish out the answers quite yet like that. But so once I do complete my volunteer work, when I do it because I'm gonna do hopefully do both of the classes, one on Thursday and one on Friday. So hopefully it'll stick. So I'll eliminate my 50 hours real quick.
Well, that helps that it's on Thursdays and Fridays. There's not a lot going on in either community, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's like Thursday and Fridays are the only 2 days that like, but I'll be in those Zooms for like 3 hours.
Each
Yeah. So Thursday be 3 hours. It's for 16 weeks. So I'm
four
redoing the
months.
program. Yeah. 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 Yeah, 17 weeks. So next year, next year, the gardening master gardening program is going to be 20 weeks. Thank God I got out of that. So yeah, next year it's going to be 20 weeks. Right now it's 16. No, it's 17. So next year they're adding a couple more other
Well,
weeks.
she's gonna be part of the group of volunteers
Yeah.
training the next class.
So I'll
Pretty
be
cool.
once I complete mine and I think I have like 5 more classes and I'm totally done with the training. So yeah, and
For
then I
food
start
preservation or for
no,
gardening?
the gardening.
Hmm.
I already completed the training for the master food preserving. So I'm doing my volunteer
Hmm.
starting next week and then for the master gardening, I'll be done in I think it's like 5 or 6 weeks. And then I graduate in March. No, February 28th, Benny's birthday. So yeah, February
Okay.
28th is my graduation day. And then I do my volunteer work. Yeah.
Very nice. Very good. Well, we definitely wish you continued enjoyment of what you're doing with all of that. All right. And so when I'm going into these meetings tonight, I really just sit and listen. And I wanted to just go last time and see what it was like, feel it out without really doing much of anything. I had the mayor come up and say hi to me. I believe it was the mayor or maybe the mayor's representative. I couldn't quite tell, but I'm pretty sure it was the actual mayor. And oh, I wish I would have thought to hand her my business card, right? But that's why we're going to go to these things when we're trying to do this multiple times. You have to get the feel for it. Just like if you're starting a new job, you don't instantly know when you walk through the door what you're doing. You have to experience it, participate in it, and then do it on your own a little bit before you really start to get comfortable, which is a lot of like what Tammy was talking about. She's not quite ready to be the lead voice, right? She can go and she can do a breakout room and work up to that, but it's stages. She's gaining experience before she goes to that highest level. And that's what we want to do when we're out meeting people, networking, growing our networks, growing our presence in front of these folks that are already active in the community, right? And so for tonight, it'll be very easy. I'm just going to go in, sit and listen. And then when they call the end, I'll try to say hi to 2 or 3 people and give them my business card. And so another thing that is going to really work to help get me into knowing more people, being more part of this community is doing the garden consults that I'm going to start doing. And I'm really excited about them. I think that I've really got it dialed in. I have worked relentlessly with Gemini and ChatGPT to streamline all of these things that I'm doing. And I'm going to start offering consults. I've got one flyer up at the post office. I just had time. I'm like, I want to just get up at least one, and I know I'll be able to at the post office. I'm going to go check tomorrow to see if it's still up. There's only one piece of paper, one piece of information on the post office's board and on their board, and I'm not sure that they actually allow public use of it. So if I go back and it's down, I'll probably talk to someone, make sure that maybe somebody didn't take it who's interested in having a consult. I wanted to try to get a QR code on it, and Gemini was really insistent about it. In order to have a QR code, I have to at least be able to work with Calendly or have a website to direct people to. And I'm just not ready to make that expenditure. And Calendly looks a lot more complicated than I was hoping it would. So it'll take me a minute to work up to having something like a QR code. And so it may happen that people are interested in it and just take the flyer. And so then I'll just put up another flyer, right? And hope that that's the case. But I'll have to ask if it's down. If they took it down, as the post office, they don't allow people to put public postings up there. There are some other areas around town that I'm going to see if I can put information there. I also really need to get my business cards for it. Now, both Nicole Burke and when I'm working with Gemini, they're like, you don't need business cards, just get out there and do it. The reality of it is when you meet somebody that has interest in what you're doing, has interest in continuing a conversation with you, whatever, it's really almost a necessity to be able to pop out that little card and hand it over. As an example, I got I have some new ones, but I got a chip in my windshield repaired. And I really liked the guy that came and did it. He came to the house. He did it quick. He did it easy. I had let it go too long and it had cracked, and he warned me that it might not even hold, and it has. I really appreciated his work, and I would have already called him back for the other 2 chips that I've got now. Living in the country, gravel pits all around. It happens. The chips occur. So I need to get those 2 chips sealed. He didn't have a business card, and I can't find him anymore. I can't find him in my phone messages. I can't find him online. It's not offering his business to me. So I'll probably never be able to get in touch with that gentleman again. And I would already have had 2 more jobs for him, right? So that is so important. Even if you don't have a business and you're really wanting to start becoming involved in your community, you could simply have an introductory card. Before they had business cards, they had these little cute placards, and they were for introductions. They weren't for business at that time. And people would just hand out their cards and collect cards of people that they met along the way. And they could be really pretty and fancy, but it would just really have their name on it. That's where it started. And of course, now we have these formalized business cards and this whole set of protocols around business cards. But where they began was simply with a single person's name, pretty decorated on a cardstock that you would hand out to new acquaintances and ask for theirs in return. So you don't have to have a business to have a greeting card, right? Introductory card. And if you want to network, having something to hand over that has your name and contact information on it will be immensely valuable. So I definitely recommend that. You can get cards for about $10. You can get a couple hundred cards. And if you are having a business, you probably would have 200 cards last you for a pretty good little bit of time, right? So definitely something to think about. And I need to get business cards made up for the consulting, not just for Collectively Rewilding and for other community over in LH2. Now I need them for consulting. I also need to create that website. At that point, even if I don't want to deal with Calendly, I can get a QR code that directs them to my website, perhaps even to the form to fill out for the consult on the website, right? I have to dig into it a little bit more. But when we're doing these things, something I have to keep reminding myself, and it really helps that I'm talking to all of you about it, because I just strive to avoid hypocrisy. I think that we all probably do. It's a very strong behavioral pattern that I have. I really work when I catch myself being hypocritical in a moment. I try to work to change my behavior. I do not like asking of others what I'm not willing to ask of myself or anything along those lines. And so when I come to you guys and I say, look, this is what we're doing, this is how I'm going to do it, how are you going to do it? In Tennessee, Candace, how are you going to do it? In California, Tammy, you know, I want to make sure that I'm upholding my end of the bargain. I'm asking you guys to put yourselves out there. So I darn well better be willing to put myself out there. And so it really, this last time when I followed through and I went to that city council meeting, or the city planning meeting, excuse me, I have to be 100% real with you guys, as always, knowing that I had told you all that it was happening that night and that I was going to go. It forced me to follow through when I was really dreading it. I'm a very outgoing, gregarious person, and yet I also am a Virgo. I'm a cusp baby. I know people don't say it matters, but I don't care whether Leo's in my second moon rising or if I'm a cusp baby being born right there on the very beginning of Virgo and the end of Leo. But I can be both. I can be very quiet or I can be very loud. And it's not always easy for me to go into a formalized setting where there are a lot of people who have already been doing whatever it is that's being done, and I have no idea, and I'm completely by myself. I do it. I've done it all of my life, but I don't enjoy it. It's really difficult, and I really have to talk myself into it and try not to think about it a lot and just show up for myself. And that's really all that we have to do. We're showing up for ourselves. We're doing this for ourselves. We have goals we want to meet, whether it's just that we want to make some new acquaintances and get out of the house and, have a more active social life, or we have active goals like what I would like to introduce the idea of this strip park over here, or to talk to them about their timing on the streets. Having lived in so many different places, I've seen how lights can be handled differently, and the way that they've timed their lights, in fact, they don't really time them. They're all on a weight system still, so that when there's a certain number of cars on the slower streets, it's going to stop the traffic and let those cars through. Well, living in California, which has so much traffic, I've watched their light systems, and it has to do with math and patterns and things that are just not my strong point. But when you do it on a timed system instead of on a weight system, you have a more consistent flow of traffic, and they're really stalling it out and making it very slow progress at multiple times in the day through their main street when there's only 2 lanes of traffic each way because of this light system. And they could actually lower the smog quite a bit in town, as well as make it a much freer flowing passageway at the busier times of each day if they looked at other systems of handling their lights. And so those types of things, we all, I think, have those things when I look around our town or our city and we think, gosh, why are they doing it like that? I would really rather that they did it like this. Well, maybe there are a lot of people who feel the way that you do. Maybe it would be a good thing for you to share your thought in a town or city planning commission meeting, or at the city council or the county commission, right? All of these different things. And once you've started sharing your thoughts, perhaps you're at the right venue, perhaps you're not, and they can direct you to a better venue if you're not, or perhaps even if you are at a right venue, they can direct you to other entities that would also be a place for you to share your voice, right? And you might meet like-minded individuals who want to become a part of that voice and share that they agree with you. And then you start making acquaintances and perhaps friends, right? Any thoughts, questions on what we're talking about here, guys? I think that for most people, it's really hard to begin a new period of gathering acquaintances and putting oneself into an environment that they've never been in before. So do any of these thoughts help you, or do they make it more intimidating? Where are you all at when you think about approaching a similar get-together, something that's out there already that you're interested in being a part of, but you're a little bit nervous about being a part of? Anyone? Oh no, everybody's, go ahead, please.
Well, my husband was talking. No, I'm not scared or nervous or anything. I wouldn't know where to stay. I mean, I know where to go, but like the location is a little bit further for me. So, but they do have recordings on their website, which I can watch them, but I can like on a day that I don't have a Zoom. I don't know what times they are. Excuse me, what times they are, but I believe they're early in the mornings or something, sometimes, or the afternoon. But I thought
And so
about
what kind of meetings are you talking about that you might be interested in?
probably just up here, like maybe possibly like sidewalks, like adding sidewalks or something.
So you're talking about like the city council or a city planning?
Yeah, to address how like that's something that everybody should have, like sidewalks, especially if you're handicapped. When you're up here, like you have to go driving on the street, and there's cars that go so fast, and yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
sure.
they just added.
Yeah, just a few years ago, they just added the stuff to the intersection, and I go through this intersection all the time under the interstate, and they have the little thing that the blind people get to step on, and then
The blind, the blind.
But a lot of times I go through there, it messes up. You can't even really hear it talking.
Yeah, so like more towards down where like Home Depot is, they have like more like handicap things where like, leading the blind where the little dots, where they have little crossings. But way up here, they just added up a bus line, a city bus line up here. So so if it's city, so I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I can go talk to my city council and see how like if they can somehow provide more handicap accessible stuff.
There's no
What is
up
your zip
here.
code? Tell me.
It's kind of point.
Sorry, y'all's talking. Yeah, so like if someone was blind up here, and they wanted to, cross the crosswalk, and there's really nothing.
What is your zip code, Tammy?
It's 92311.
Okay. And let's see, is that city or county?
Even on our main street, the utilities get so crowded on the sidewalk.
Okay. So you are probably in the city of Barstow, but on the
Yeah, I'm in
fringes. Does that
Barstow.
sound
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
in Barstow.
So you can probably approach both your city and your county, where you're in such
Yeah.
a rural feeling kind of an area.
I'm in an unincorporated area.
And that's where Megan is too. And that makes it really hard.
Yeah, so like when I'm trying to get my tree chopped, getting resources, it's not that it's limited, it's just they don't do this district or something. So I have to literally um, dig, 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 dig. And I like I said, I have to take a land survey because I don't even know if that's my freaking tree, because half of it's on my shit and then half of it's not, and I don't want to get in trouble for cutting down a tree that is on my property, but I don't know what extent. And these
Yes,
bushes on
like
my
so our
hill.
easements here, we have to maintain them, but they technically belong to the city. So I can't just cut down these yucky trees that were planted,
Yeah.
right? I have to work with the city and find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are your planning commission meetings. And it looks like they're the recorded and it's
Yeah, see, like
back.
I did this when I first started in Let's Go Help too. Like I was already into I remember I was telling you, I was like, hey, let's go to our council meeting. I think it was Ethel I was talking to.
No,
When we
you
were
told me things like that as well. I think you told
Yes.
everyone things like that and find out what's your state flower and your state bird. And you were in a
Yeah.
mix of states there for a while for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But this isn't okay, so this isn't like the actual meetings though. Here we go. Let's see what this is their calendar meeting list. This should be what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's it.
Date, but that's in 2021. Okay. So that's how the
Tons of
tree
resources too. It's like so much. It's crazy what we have and
just
just
like
to go
the
do it.
tree commission here, they don't have anything since I think he was either 21 or 23. So at that point, that's when you're going to want to look for contact us and just find out how a person in your situation could become involved, right? Like
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
interested in participating and learning and sharing your concerns
Or
and
even like a
how do you do
community
that?
garden up here, maybe possibly having a community garden because there is no freaking farmer's mart or anything. So
They come by once a year, don't
yeah,
they?
but they do come by like the
College?
Barstow College.
I think
Mhm.
that's our
So
opportunity.
that's through like I think February, October to like February.
Okay. And what
They
do they
chill
come
there.
for?
Yeah, so
Do they bring like fruits and vegetables or what do they do?
yeah, it's a farmer's market where like there's trucks or what or like people that come in and they sit in the, you know, I think the driveway area. I don't know. I see it on the internet and I get little things in the mail letting us know that the farmer's mart is at the Barstow College and it's from like 10 to 2, but it's always during the times that like, you know, I'm kind of busy. But I don't know the prices, so I don't know if it's even worth trying to even purchase anything there when I can like, grow it right here. I just got to check it out one day, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be
And
like a
so
it's like a marriage
contact
date or
us
something.
here gives you all these different areas. And so economic development perhaps might be something to talk
I
about.
would go like to code enforcement. I don't know, because that's where it was kept on leading me to. Because I was doing trees and then because it's considered like oh my God, I don't know how they classify it.
A
Because it's
weed,
kind of like
an
debris,
invasive
like
weed.
yeah. So they had a couple programs where like one program where they cut your tree, but like it has to be you know, uh like messing with your I don't know. I have to get more
Electrical.
information on it.
Yeah.
I called my electric company. They couldn't do anything because,
Oh, look at
obviously
this, Tammy.
what?
Landscaping, trees maintenance.
Yeah. but it tells me to call my Edison company. It tells me that my
Here,
Edison
it's
company.
asking you to describe your problem or question in detail, drag images, and then submit.
Okay.
So I'll share this for you.
Is that for the city? Like I can always ask in there because like I was trying to get a lot of my trash taken out, and on that website right there where they had
Now,
it
when you
like
go back, it has a section. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, is this why?
because I go through like for trash waste management, it's Vertex waste, and like
Uh-huh.
for the city, it's a total different name. So like one time I was trying to get trash taken out, and I asked them when I went through there, oh no, we only do it for the people that are in the city, not outside the city. And I'm in the Heights.
Yeah, waste management is pretty much just Vertex and county out.
Okay, so this
Yeah,
here, trash sewer, right? But then they also had,
yeah.
yeah,
Or just give me that link. Oh, where'd you go? You went to trees, I think. You went to
well, I went
landscaping,
into, uh,
code enforcement, I think.
landscaping. That's where I went.
Yeah.
Landscaping had trees maintenance. But then somewhere else that I was, oh, maybe it was here. No, code enforcement, I bet.
Yeah.
Trash on private property.
Yeah, I already did that. I get
You
once
looked
a year
into
and they
that.
pick up 10 items. Yeah. So actually it's another year. So, but I don't have any trash to take out.
Well, that's good though. That's not a bad
Yeah,
thing,
I
right?
know, right? And it's free. That's like a grand like opportunity. It's free. I do
So
it every year.
I'll put it in here for you where
Okay,
you can
cool.
fill it out, like tell them a little bit about your problem and then submit it. Okay. And don't worry, that preview link should still work. It's just Mighty Networks. It doesn't work
Access
very well with others.
denied. I'll be like, Sabrina,
Um,
let me in. I need access.
so this is going to be City of Barstow. Fun fact.
Oh, I'm Barstow Heights.
Not City of
Like,
Barstow.
no, I'm not in the city. I'm in the upper area, so I'm in the Heights. Well, like when you even look up it, yeah, it says Barstow Heights.
It's basically a subdivision, but it's not a city in the town. There's
Yeah.
no city in Barstow Heights.
Yeah, so we're
But
in the
it's not
city, but
the okay, so you are the City of Barstow, but you're like Barstow Heights. But it is
yeah, yeah.
so
When you
this
type in
would
my
still
zip
probably
code,
be your thing, but we can definitely look up the additional information for that. But let me finish this part of the post, okay?
yeah.
So this is your
And then
contact
sometimes
information for um
I think my district is like 4 or 5, and it's in Victorville. Yeah, so
Victorville. All these
yeah,
places
I'm
that I
not quite
stopped to
sure.
get a hamburger in and out on the
Oh my
way back
gosh.
and forth between Colorado and California. Okay, so then you're in Barstow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Barstow Heights Community Services District. They do parks. Okay, so but we really just want Barstow Heights.
Yeah, it's just like the zip code. When you do type it in, it does say, it doesn't say City of Barstow, it'll say Barstow Heights, like legally that's what it'll say. Because it's like we're in the unincorporated area, but we're still in the city. We're just up in you know, the high mountains.
Trying to think how I want to.
So there's like a certain cutoff, like when we want to vote or whatever, they get like one of those things that you get in the mail. They showed us of a map how they're,
Okay, so
you
yeah,
know,
it doesn't matter that you're in this place called Barstow Heights within Barstow. Your planning commission is the city of Barstow.
okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
So they may be able to direct you more specifically, but that's still where
Yeah,
you're going to want to start.
yeah, for sure.
Now, do you want to do your county?
What's that?
Do you want to do your county?
Oh, I'm
San
good.
Bernardino.
Yeah, San Bernardino County.
Okay, so let's do that one now.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. Planning commission. Yeah. So this, that's the city. Planning Commission. I think this is more where you would want to look at meeting recordings, meeting live streams. So there's your live stream. Submit a public comment. Okay. And so this one allows you not to join physically, but to watch the meeting live stream and submit a public comment.
Oh, cool.
9 a.m. is when it begins.
Oh, you can email them as well on the right side. So they think planning commission at whatever.
For sure, or call.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is your county contact information. All right, excellent. So that is how you could start investigating where you even want to begin introducing yourself. And it's really nice that they have, especially with the county there, a way to view it and participate even from home for you.
Cool beans.
All right. Well, let's jump into our calendar, guys. We will be back tomorrow for the garden planning Q&A, and that is going to be at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain, 6 o'clock p.m. Central, and 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you all there, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Please feel free to unmute and say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. I'll see you in an hour.
Good night. Thank you.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful evening, everyone. Bye, guys.